We will remove politics from the classroom and refocus on essential.
Virginia's Republican Governor Glen Youngkin starting the job, focusing on a key promise.
We're gonna embrace our parents, not ignore them.
Youngkin made what he called parents' rights a cornerstone of his bid for governor, issuing several executive orders his first day in office, including one banning critical race theory from being part of the public school curriculum, despite not being included in Virginia's standards of learning.
I will ban critical race theory.
The 74th governor announced a tip line this week for parents to email reports of so-called divisive concepts if they are taught in the classroom.
It gives us a great insight into what's happening at the school level, and that gives us further ability to make sure that we're rooting it out.
Democratic delegate Marcus Simon slamming Youngkin's policy.
It does sound like the kind of thing that authoritarian regimes around the world do. It's ironic that the Party of Freedom is really trying to restrict the kind of ideas that can be taught in Virginia's classrooms.
Critics have pointed to the fact that he sent his children to private schools in Washington, D.C., St. Albans and National Cathedral, where anti-racism education was adopted as part of the strategic plan. According to Cathedral's website, Youngkin served on the governing board from 2016 to 2019. Youngkin spokeswoman Macaulay Porter telling CNN Youngkin stepped off the board after 2019 and that both schools changed a lot over the years. St. Albans, for instance, touts books like Critical Race Theory, an introduction on their diversity, equity, and inclusion resource page, and Ibram X. Kendi's How to Be an Anti-Racist as part of a training session for teachers. Suparna Dutta, who appeared for Youngkin in this campaign video, supports the tip line and pulled her son out of Fairfax schools last year in objection to how the impact of racism was being discussed.
Immigrants value education a lot, and parents, spend money to feed, clothe, and educate their children. And if they don't get the services they want or they need, they should be able to complain and air their grievances.
What was your reaction when you heard about this tip line?
Immediately, my first thought was, it's divisive.
Dominique Chatters has 4 children in Chesterfield County Public Schools. She fears this reporting mechanism will lead to teachers watering down lessons about slavery out of fear.
It's an intimidation tactic, absolutely. I think that it'll give them pause, especially our newer teachers just starting out, not knowing how to navigate the classroom.
Though this tip email address has drawn considerable attention around the country, with people decrying it as essentially a tell-on-a-teacher tip line, the governor's office views this as a standard way to get feedback. The tip email is getting clogged with spam and memes. There's also concern this all could lead educators, who are already drained from the pandemic, heading for the exits. Don.